Hello, welcome. This is Ananda Suying, and today I'm going to open this new deck and just review it, show you all the cards. This is a really beautifully auspicious time that this deck has come out, where it's around Ostara or Easter, and the symbol of which is all about being reborn, about rebirth, resurrection. So it's perfect that we have a new deck, and this is called the Soul Freedom Energy Card Deck, and it's by Doni Amoris. It's a beautiful soul, and this is one of his creations as well, this scarf. Okay, so I'm going to open up the deck. I'm just going to, yep, so it's not been opened at all, so it's very exciting, really. I wanted to open it much earlier, but I thought it'd be wonderful if I could video the unveiling of it as well. And just the music in the background is the Dream of the Blue Whale by Anders Holti and Kachina Nidu. So here we are. Just trying to make sure that I get it right. So as you can see, that is the first thing you see is the little booklet. What a beautiful picture on the inside as well. And I will put these here so that you can see them just about. Okay, and that's the little book. Oh, and they're gilded on the edges, and that is the back side of the cards. I'm just going to remove this. They've already been cleansed and attuned so that they're tuned to the highest divine love, with only messages coming in through that energy, the highest divine love. And that is the first one, awakening. Glorious. It's just absolutely glorious. I'm just going to put these over there and just put the cards here so that you can see the colors. Awakening, inner child, self-love, authenticity, shadow work. So I think these are all from Doni's personal work. He creates these beautiful works of art through a beautiful, intuitive and shamanic process. And I believe he's also an artist, a trained artist. So we have awakening, inner child, self-love, authenticity, shadow work. So there are 44 cards altogether. Sacred guardian, past life release, co-creation, courage, and be here now. Beautiful messages. I really do love the images. They're full of life. There is a movement to them, and there is something much deeper than just what you see on on a sort of a flat surface. It feels like as if they're really multidimensional. Possibly because of the geometries which they have, and for me with geometry it tends to express in many different dimensions. And so for me, sacred geometry and geometries, whether you see them in flowers or whether you see them as drawings or you see them in your mind you see them in other places in nature. I feel that they're like invitations to enter a portal of multidimensionality, and hence also further into ourselves, because I believe our heart is a portal as well to all parts of ourselves, and we don't just exist in this 3D dimension but in many other dimensions as well. So we have this, these are the first 10, and I'm going to put them away now and show you the next 10. And I will pause the recording so that you don't have to see me doing this, and it's, you know, it's a bit more, it's a better sort of use of time. So this is oneness, divine timing, synchronicity, guardian angel. So if you notice, they all have different, slightly different numbers, and therefore geometries, different expressions. I love the colors. I just really love the colors. And some of them look like dragons to me. That's intuition. And some, like this one, ancient ones, it looks like an eye, but also a portal. And so there's so many things going on. Soul freedom. You can, so when you're reading cards, there's so many layers of information, of not just information, of messaging that you can receive. So that's soul family, purification. Let's look at the colors, and this is divine plan. Okay, I'm gonna pause this. We continue, and so this is divine plan, sacred space, forgiveness, seed of light, divine flow, sacred waters, self-mastery, balance, rebirth, healing heart. And when I look at this, I'm looking at it in the opposite direction to you, and it looks like a face with eyes, and it looks like it looks possibly like the Asian version of a dragon's face, but equally it could be something other, completely other than that. And when I look at self-mastery, I find it very interesting that it's orange, and that could be linked to our sacral chakra, which is about how our identity and how we connect with that, and what we think about ourselves. And it's just, I really love this. Look at that divine flow with the blues and pinks, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 petals, or 8 points. Yeah. So you could read you can read in so many ways. And sacred space with the darker colors and the shadows at the back, I think that's gorgeous as well. And I do love sacred waters because I am inclined to blue anyway, but the white, it's like a gem. It's like a gem. And what does that remind me of? Not quite Larimar, but maybe a mixture of that, of a blue stone, like a sapphire and perhaps diamond, or sapphire and quartz. So it's gorgeous, and forgiveness with the green and the deep pink. Okay, I'm just gonna pause this for the next lot. So we continue with light body, breakthrough, sacred circle, divine mother, divine father, unity codes, ascended masters, divine love, star family, divine intelligence. And they're all really quite varied. And I really love this one with the combination of colors. And this is great. I can see almost like a face there as well. And I love the star family with the beautiful white and the blues. I think they're gorgeous. Of course, they're numbered, so they would correspond with the numbers in the book as well. And you would have an explanation or just a suggestion of how you can read the cards if you would need that, or you could just read them as they are. Okay, there we are. So you have a color card in the book as well, not just black and white, but they're all colored, which is gorgeous. Because a lot of oracle decks, they're black and white representations of the cards, but these are in their full color as well, and of course slightly smaller, so in the sense it's almost more intense. Ooh, that one's in a child, as you've seen. That's number, can't really see, number 2. You can see the intensity of that color and the joyfulness of it as well. So there we are, look at that pink and divine love. Ooh, I can't wait to play with these. So we have the 4 final cards, and this is a deck which contains 44 cards. This is Mystic Visionary, Higher Self, Spirit Connection, Soul Awakening. So that is the last one. And this is the first one, which is Awakening. So awakening to truth, perhaps awakening to ourselves, awakening of awareness, of greater awareness, of truth. But soul awakening is much deeper. It goes so much deeper. Awakens us to even greater truths. But this kind of starts first, and we go through the journey, and hopefully we have a soul awakening. So thank you very much for joining me in this review. Ooh, this is gorgeous. Even from here it looks like it could be a face as well. And I really love all the different layers and the different colors and the different geometries and shapes that you have. There's so much which can be read really with this deck. So I'm very excited to do this week's reading with it, which will be the next video. Okay, thank you. I'm going to stop it now because of the dog, but thank you for this. So once again, this is Doni Amoris, his new deck, which is just coming out now, Soul Freedom Energy Card Deck. And you can find him on his website, doniamoris.com, and place your order. You can also order these beautiful scarves and prints as well of some of his creations. Okay, thank you very much for joining me in this review.